Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your boy Baller1, and I am back this time with some Madden 26 franchise. And we're going to be playing as the New York Jets. This team has not even been to a playoff game in 14 years, the longest drought in the NFL. That is not good. And this team right now, I don't know. It's not looking like they're gonna make it any much further this year, anyways. Because the receiving core is not looking good. The quarterback situation, it's pretty much just Justin Fields. Will Justin Fields actually be able to produce anything here in New York? Breece Hall is the only good running back we have. These guys, one of them's young. Allen's young, but he's 72 overall, normal dev. So this running back group is not looking good. We don't have depth. We really don't. I'm gonna have to move this star dev receiver up, or hidden dev receiver. This O line, the offensive line, it looks pretty decent. It's not a bad offensive line. This tight end situation, though, I'm going to go ahead and move Mason Taylor up just because he's a higher overall, and I think he can definitely develop a little bit more if he's given the starter. So, this offense, there's parts of it that look good and parts of it that are absolutely terrible. Tight end is probably our weakest spot on offense next to the running back spot. And I guess the quarterback spot too, but we definitely need to do some heavy work on this offense because Garrett Wilson's down to a superstar, and we don't have any other good people besides Garrett Wilson and pretty much Breece Hall. And for the defense, Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams are the only X factors on the entire team. And to be honest, they're the best players on this entire team. And now they're still young. Quinnen Williams, he has 3 years left on his contract. Sauce Gardner has 2. He's still on his rookie contract, I believe. So we shouldn't have to worry about him for, I guess, a couple years. And the rest of this defense, this is a top 10 defense apparently. Last year, the Jets had a top 10 defense, but their offense is what absolutely sold it. Aaron Rodgers and that offense could not get anything going. He didn't play bad, but he didn't help their problems at all. He is a little washed, so he's not going to be able to play nearly as much. Not to mention, he's like 40. He was literally 40 years old. So, the linebackers are probably the biggest weakness of this entire defense because it's not looking good. The starting will linebacker is 65 overall. Yeah, not looking good. I've already said it. This defense, I mean, most of the spots on defense, we have some good starters. We just don't have any depth. See, look, you got Quinnen Williams at 93 overall. Then there's a significant drop off at 72, and you got Johnson right here, 79, and it drops off to 67. And then over here, Will McDonald. I believe Will McDonald can develop. He's 26. So it's not too late for him to develop a little bit further, at least into something respectable. But yeah, like I said, we have no depth whatsoever at anything, which is our big, next to not having a tight end and quarterback, that's this entire team's biggest problem. We just don't have any depth on this entire freaking team. But we do have some young players, like 26-year-olds, who could be something if they just develop a little bit more. And now there is 2 top 5 quarterbacks that we could be looking at. Kai Brooks out of Alabama, 6'4", 228-pound quarterback. He's supposed to be top 5. We could potentially look at quarterback. Justin Fields, I don't think he's going to be the permanent answer. He'll be the answer for now, but I seriously doubt he's going to be the solution for the future. So we're going to look at Kai Brooks. Stronger. He's 22. This is the proper build you would want for a quarterback. Like, this is how you'd want a quarterback to be. 6'4", 228. He's very tall, and it says he's got strong arm. And we don't know anything about him. The season just started. And then Tucker Turner, same here. Pretty much the same exact thing, except he's a scrambler. We might have to go look at Tucker Turner, considering we are using the Ravens playbook. And speaking of which, the new head coach of the New York Jets, Coach Xavier Foster. He was a former running back at the Michigan Wolverines. Didn't really go anywhere after that. He was a really good running back. He just failed to get anywhere. He made a practice squad. He made a Super Bowl winning team in the Rams. And then he just dropped off and became a running back coach and worked his way up to now becoming the New York Jets head coach. And since he was a running back, he really likes to run the ball. So why not give him the Ravens playbook, considering they have a really run-heavy offense with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson leading the front. And then he's just going to keep the Jets defense because they were already a top 10 team. So why change what ain't broke? And now for the 3 people we want to train, our focus players. Mason Taylor, I want to be one of them. If we can develop him to be a solid tight end, that'd be plentiful. Azariah Thomas, hidden dev corner. We can have him try to develop behind Sauce Gardner and potentially become at least a second string because he has hidden dev. And then I don't think I want Armand. I actually want someone, I want to go Will McDonald. He's only 26, but he's star dev and he's 76 overall. He's already our starting left edge rusher. So why not try to go ahead and push him up overall wise and try to develop him into a very good edge rusher. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the first game of the New York Jets. And here comes the new quarterback, Justin Fields, and now Mike Tomlin led the Steelers last season to a 10-7 record, viewing as usual, but the Jets, they did so bad they went out and hired a new coach. Yeah, they hired Coach Xavier Foster, former running back, and he's going to look to win in his first ever game as a head coach. And we are underway as the Jets are going to be kicking it off. Steelers going to take it out and get out to about the 25. So that is where the former New York Jet Aaron Rodgers is going to start his tenure in Pittsburgh. How will the 40-plus-year-old quarterback handle himself in this new offense? He's going to check it down, and that is caught for a gain of 1. This is a top 10 defense from last year. The Steelers' offense has always struggled, and now they added DK Metcalf, and that's Pat Freiermuth with the catch and first down. Rodgers seems to be fitting himself into this offense quite nice, as he has thrown 2 straight completions. Looks like they're running the same formation. And they're going to throw it to Freiermuth again, who only gets 2 this time. He already has 2 catches for 15 yards. But that was a nice tackle by Williams right there. Now Rodgers in shotgun right now. He's going to hand it off. Gainwell, he's running. He's got room on the sideline. And he's going to have a massive gain of 26. Not what we want to see from this defense. Last year, like I said, they were top 10. Hopefully they don't regress and absolutely throw the ball away. As that was a small run of one. They had an open hole up the middle whenever he ran. He just didn't. It just closed really quickly. Luckily, our defense got there, so nothing too big could happen. And DK Metcalf over top. First and goal. And oh no, no, no. Quinnen Williams. Oh, that's not good. One of our two X factors. He is the heart and soul of this defense. That's not good. Sauce Gardner is going to have to carry this role, and now we are probably not going to be able to end up getting as much pressure. And DK over the middle. Wow. Almost just completely uncovered. Aaron Rodgers with a freaking beautiful drive. Almost no mistakes. Perfect ball. Jets, we need to get something going, because we cannot have this. Bruised ribs, but he will return soon. Justin Fields looking to have a revenge game against his former team. Fields going to look to throw. He's going to have his man. Mason Taylor, he's got it deep. And he's taken down by Patrick Queen. First down, first throw. First big play of the season. Mason Taylor showing why he's tight end number one. Justin Fields finding the open man. He just got like really open. Patrick Queen was trailing him. But in the end, Mason Taylor came up big time. Justin Fields having the pass now. He has to barely get that one out. And just too much pressure as he... Is that Cam Hayward? No, that's not Cam. Harmon. Pressure by Harmon, supposedly. Fans in disbelief. What did you expect? It's another Jets season. Now Aaron Rodgers coming back out again. Last go around, he ended up scoring a perfect touchdown on a really good executed drive. Hopefully we can stomp them a little bit better this time, considering we saw their offense first go around. And he's going to find his man. And he's going to have a big first. Aaron Rodgers, 67 yards and a touchdown. That's Robert Woods for the first. Our linebackers just aren't fast enough to keep up with these guys, unfortunately. Hopefully we can continue to show why this is a top-end defense. And Rodgers going down, but there's a flag on Pittsburgh. Holding. He's going to go down. 3rd and 14. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to scramble. And he's going down. 4th and 7. We managed to make a stop. Rodgers being forced to slide. He had nowhere to go. Everybody was covered. And he just had to go down. Couldn't quite get it there. And Rodgers, shotgun once again. And it's intercepted! Adams with the pick! Metcalf, the only man chasing him. It's a pick six! Perfectly read Aaron Rodgers at his old antics. Touchdown, New York Jets. Tony Adams, strong safety. Rodgers looking to check down, but Tony Adams got there in time for the pick and the 6. Excellent defensive play right there. That's got me absolutely hyped. This Jets squad is a top-tier defense. Prove me wrong. Tony Adams getting the first pick 6 of the season for the entire squad. Here comes Rodgers again. Will he throw another pick? I hope so. To 505. Rodgers looking to throw it again. And he's got his man, Freiermuth, open. And that's a first. Burn youth. Sounds like he's saying some weird ancient language. Youth. Well, they managed to get a first down. They're going to look to hand it off. DK Metcalf's coming out of nowhere getting that. And Freiermuth was getting sent, but that is the end of the first quarter with the score, New York 10, Pittsburgh 7. Tony Adams managing to get that incredible interception for a pick six. DK, on that first drive for the Steelers was absolutely perfect, but then ever since then, they just, I wouldn't say crumbled, but they just haven't had nearly as good of one as they've had before. The Steelers looking to try to get back to how they were in the first drive. They've been doing exactly that, as Caleb Johnson spinning off and is getting taken down. That's a big run right there. This run defense isn't the best. Actually, we're top 5. We're top 10. But that is neither here nor there. Rodgers potentially going to hand it off again. Nope. That's a check down. And he's going to break the tackle and get in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Smith. And he's going to do some weird dance with a camera angle right in his crotch. Rodgers once again going to his check down man. The one guy he needed could not make the tackle. John Smith getting in that end zone. Here comes Justin Fields in shotgun once again. And that's Mason Taylor open once again on the same route that got him open earlier. Mason Taylor might have to be our best tight end. He might be our #1 receiver right now. But we cannot get a run game going. This defense is just doing too much for our run. We cannot manage to get Breece Hall going. We might just have to resort to the pass. But you got to start off with the run to build up the pass. Now 3rd and 5. They're going to leave Lazard open, and that's a big first down. They left Lazard open over the middle, and they just got a big first down. 1st and goal at the 6. As you can see, Fields managing to fit it in that tight window. The linebacker was not looking, and Lazard managed to pick up enough for 1st and goal and got down all the way to the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
Gonna hand it off to Breece Hall. He's gonna cut back. He's gonna get in the end zone. 4-6. The Jets go back up. Breece Hall managing to cut back and get in the end zone. Look at this. Excellent blocking. Cam Hayward got blocked really well. Luckily, he did not break off.
Brings up 2nd down.
His passing game has actually played really good so far. Turns out Mason Taylor and Justin Fields are a really good duo. Now Breece Hall getting a big run up the middle for a 1st down. 2.5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter until halftime. Now the Jets on 3rd and 5. And Fields going to get laid out, but he's going to pick up enough for the 1st on the read option. Managing to just fit through those defensive players and picks up enough for the 1st. 1.5 minutes left. Can we get down the field? Justin Fields going to get inside and laid out by T.J. Watt. Yeah, I'm really hyping up this Jets team way too much. Fields sending a man in motion. And he's going to get Taylor. And Taylor with the juke. He's going to pick up a 1st. Minute left. Mason Taylor's already got 100. Mason Taylor could very well be the leading receiver for this entire team. Taylor going in motion again. We're going to go for Garrett. And not going to get it. Darius Slay on the coverage. 44 seconds left in the half. almost intercepted. He couldn't manage to get his feet in bounds. Lucky for us. And Taylor couldn't bring it in. So Beavis. Max power, the kick is up. Just short. The kick is just short. Beavis just a little too short on the kick. He can't quite hit a 58-yarder. I'd say he's like a good 3 or 4 yards off. So Rodgers gonna get to look. He's gonna get a chance to score before halftime. Rodgers potentially has got a chance to score here. And he's going to go down. 25 seconds. Steelers forced to call a timeout. Rodgers going down. And they're going to be forced to call their last timeout of the half. And that was Will McDonald with the sack. Rodgers, lone man in the backfield. They're not going to have a timeout. They're going to have to run hurry up. They're going to have to hurry up and spike it.
It's a gain of 32. And the Steeler first down. Chris Boswell on for the field goal.
We're going to try to call a timeout and possibly ice them. This should be, it should be iced. So we're calling a timeout. And somehow I don't believe this is iced. Kick is up and the kick is good. So the score is going to be 17-17 with 2 seconds left in the half. And far enough, but that's going to be the end of the first as the score is 17-17. The Steelers team and this Jets team are on par with each other. They're going bar for bar. As now, let's check on games around the league. Let's see some highlights. Why not? We're going to go to the Chiefs and Chargers. Isaiah Pacheco. Oh, my truck. Stiff arm. That man is a one-person wrecking crew as they're going to win 28-16. Chiefs look to be an issue still. Pacheco is a powerful running back, it appears. Now let's go to Philadelphia as it's the Eagles taking on the Cowboys. Let's see. Hurts. He throws. And, hey, what a catch by Devontae Smith. That's not Devontae Adams. It's Devontae Smith. And the Eagles are just going to absolutely maul the Cowboys. Now let's go down to New Orleans. The Saints versus the Cardinals. Who could it be this time? Kyler Murray. He's going to scramble. He's going to look, and just a wide-open scramble as they are at halftime. Cardinals winning by 7 right now. Spencer Rattler looks to be the Saints starter. So here's what it looks like. The Raiders beating the Patriots 5-0. That's an interesting score. But as you can see, Tony Adams, he has played incredible. He started off the game on the second drive for the Steelers with a pick six. Caleb Johnson, he's had some moments for sure. But Kenneth Gainwell looks to be their starter. Garrett Wilson has not got involved. We probably have to get him a little bit more involved, however. And here comes Justin Fields. Him and Mason Taylor have been an incredible duo as of right now. They've been doing pretty solid. Mason Taylor, the tight end, he's gotten over 100 yards already receiving. Nobody expected to see Mason Taylor perform as good as he did. Now we're going to hand it off. Breece Hall gets stopped at the line by Cam Hayward. Ramsey has not been a big impact so far. He's not played, not necessarily the best. No way. Taylor, another catch. This man is a receiver in a tight end's body. And Pittsburgh is going to challenge the call.
Previous play is under review.
But there is no need because he got 2 feet in. This man got 2 feet in. He got a knee in. Look, he literally got 2 feet in. He even got an elbow in. What are you doing, Mike Tomlin? That is such an obvious catch. So Pittsburgh, after one of the dumbest challenges I've ever seen. Breece Hall, nice run right there. First down run. And actually a pretty decent block by the receiver as well. Because look at that defense. 1 X factor, 2, 3, and a superstar dev. Mason Taylor catching it. What an incredible play. That man is really freaking good. And Justin Fields, he's going to be open. Nobody in range. And Justin Fields, touchdown run on the read option. They all thought he was going to hand it off. And a great block right there as Justin Fields, all he has to do is walk into the end zone. Speaking of vets, Rodgers is coming out once again. Can he prove that he's not as washed up as we think? As Caleb Johnson carrying it up the middle. We got to find a game plan. We got to find a way to stop that man. We really do. Rodgers almost had somebody take him down for a sack, but luckily he managed to get that one away. And that's over the middle. Robert Woods once again. Sauce Gardner with the tackle. But they are just getting it in the tightest spots. They're fitting it in the right holes at the right time with correct precision. He's a pit bull though. He's a pit bull. Not no little chihuahua. He's gonna be tackled short. 4th and 2. Sauce Gardner with the first down saving tackle. His offense is looking electric after the second half. And Breece Hall. Massive gain for 15. He might very well have 15, well, over 100 yards by the end of this game. This Jets team is coming alive at the right moment. Breece Hall, he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to gain 7 yards. That's how we run the football. 3rd and 2. We need 2 yards. And that's Reynolds. Josh Reynolds with the big first down catch. 3rd and 15. And we couldn't get anything going as that one is incomplete. TJ Watt with the pressure. When he started the game, he wasn't really doing that. He wasn't really doing that well. He wasn't really performing that much. And now he's going deep. He's got Tavon Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Just like that, they're back on top. Calvin Austin. He's got that speed in him. Rodgers, seeing at the very last second, double covered, but it doesn't matter because the guys just aren't fast enough. We need some faster DBs to potentially keep up with fast receivers like Calvin Austin. All it takes is one play to take the lead. We're going to have to prove that here again. As Breece Hall, he's getting to the outside. He jukes him, and he picks up almost 10. That's going to be the end of the third. The score, 27-24. Jets managing to somehow stay in this one, not look like absolute buffoons in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, all they did was score 1 touchdown in the third quarter, and they kept themselves in this one. Mason Taylor and Justin Fields have been electric so far. Can they keep it up?
It's a gain of 7.
So Mason Taylor getting the catch right there for 7. Now they're going to run it. Breece Hall, open up the middle, and that's a massive run. When they don't expect it, Breece Hall with a massive run. You can't stop him. Darius Slay, hey, that's a penalty, brother. Darius Slay knocking him over, but look at that. Wide open hole up the middle. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 8. Taylor gonna find a way. 4th and 1. Joey Porter Jr. with the tackle. The Jets looking for a 49-yard field goal. Kick is up. And it's wide right. No way, it's wide right. Beavis could not make it, and now he's looking like a butthead. No. Coach is not happy. And Calvin Austin already has 122 receiving yards on 4 receptions. Looking like Randy Moss numbers right there. Insane. So now Steelers get an opportunity to extend their lead. Absolutely crappy angle by the linebacker, so Kenneth Gainwell is going to gain enough for a first. Now Rodgers looking to continue his success. They're going to not hand it off. He's going to catch it. DK Metcalf with the catch. That's going to put Rodgers over 300 on the game. Steelers with another first down, and just like that, they're already in field goal range. This defense has struggled mightily. And DK going to catch it again. And Sauce Gardner can't get him. So DK with the first down for 1st and goal. We cannot manage to take these guys down. Somehow, he catches it! Pat Freiermuth catches it! Tony Adams was there! But Pat Freiermuth. Rodgers on the run, he's not that fast, but he catches it for a first. Tony Adams doesn't realize, hey, maybe I could get in front of him. No, he didn't. So now the pressure is all on Justin Fields. He needs to get something going. Can he do it? And it's intercepted. Not the best throw, but that's going to be intercepted by Porter. Or I guess Darius Slay. My bad. Numbers are difficult. Names are difficult. Even more. Interception. Justin Fields with pressure. We didn't really have anybody, so I thought we could check it up. But somehow, Darius Slay realizes as soon as we throw it, hey, maybe I should turn back. Maybe I should just maybe check back. Now Rodgers going to come out. So somehow somehow Darius Slay having the freaking brain of a, I don't know, his eyes in the back of his helmet. Now Rodgers sends a man in motion. He's going to run it and get absolutely trucked. Caleb Johnson's a madman. Tony Adams gets in his face. Steelers are not going to pass it. Maybe they just might. It might be crazy. DK with another catch. This defense cannot catch a freaking break. Now Rodgers trying to snap it. And touchdown again for the Steelers. Robert Woods this time. Rodgers having a great game against his former team. Once again going to the check down. Some reason there's 2 guys covering him and realizing, hey, there's a guy in the flats. A little bit too late. Don't let the score deceive you. This game was much, much closer than you could imagine. As Reynolds, he's got it. First down. 2 minutes left in the game. We got to at least leave with some dignity in our... I don't know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know anymore. We got to leave with some type of dignity left in us.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
And that one deflected. The offensive line cannot block a freaking DB. 4th and 4.
Out, let's go. Right.
And Garrett Wilson cannot catch it. Turnover on downs. Unfortunate. The Jets managed to lose this one by 17. Rather unfortunate. At the end, we just gave it up. This defense is not in good shape. The offense did really well. Did really well for the talent that we had. Rodgers just performing at an outrageous level. But in the end, it wasn't enough for us because our defense was giving up plays to Calvin Austin, Caleb Johnson, Aaron Rodgers. We just couldn't stop anything. We probably couldn't even stop a freaking flu from killing somebody. Now, Justin Fields played incredible besides for that one pick. Rodgers just absolutely balling out. He had that one pick six in the beginning, but he overcame it and threw for almost 350 yards. He had a really good passer rating. There's really nothing else you could say. He only threw 3 incompletions. This man turned out not to be washed. Maybe it was just the Jets system he wasn't compatible with. 76 overall. So it's not like he was going to dominate or something. But 5 touchdowns, 1 pick six, and a long of 80. That was the Calvin Austin. Incredible play. Just rather unfortunate that we gave up so much to this old man, this dusty fart who's played 20 years. And then we've got Justin Fields. Now, don't let I don't think his QB rating is telling the whole story. His stats definitely don't. I thought he played pretty well. Now, besides for that one pick, which was just him chunking it up, I thought we played rather good. It was just the defense kept giving up so freaking much that we just couldn't do anything. I like Justin Fields right now. He looks pretty good. He's not that bad. He looks like he's a talented quarterback. Just, he needs the right system. And this system that we gave him, I feel comfortable with saying, hey, he did really well. He might not have thrown for a touchdown, but he did run for one, and we were actually doing really well in the run game. This man is a good running quarterback. I told you, he's just not really the best passer. And now for rushing, Caleb Johnson absolutely destroyed us. Yeah, we really need to work on this defense because for whatever reason, the offense and defense just flipped talent-wise. You would think this defense would be much better. Now, we did manage to get some pressure on Aaron Rodgers and Caleb Johnson at the very beginning. Like the first half, we did excellent. Heck, even into the third quarter. We just stopped caring for whatever reason in the fourth. They just came back and performed really well. We were neck and neck with them. It was 20-24 going into the third. We let them score a touchdown, field goal, and another touchdown, and it just got too far out of hand to the point that we just couldn't come back. And Caleb Johnson, he didn't really do that well to begin with. He had freaking negative yards. But then he decided to turn on another switch in the second half and just perform well. 114 yards for him. Good for him. It's his first ever 114-yard game and his first ever career game. And then Breece Hall, I thought he performed pretty well. He was breaking a lot of tackles. I'm pretty sure he broke more than one. But that man was doing really well. We tried to get him involved. 17 attempts, or 17 carries. 1 touchdown. He didn't fumble, which is good. He had a long of 14, which I love it when you can manage to get your guys to get through like holes in the line, get him to an open spot. Now he doesn't necessarily have the best breakaway speed, but he does have some speed. And Justin Fields, he played really well in the run game, of course. Now I don't think I think most of it was because he kept getting sacked. It's because he kept going down with sacks. Because Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt, that entire defensive line was one of the best in the league. And then receiving, that man right there, Mason Taylor, the rookie out of LSU, absolutely balled out. And just to think what we could do if we actually got a proper number one tight end. Heck, maybe Mason Taylor's our number one tight end. Maybe he might just be the guy. Who knows? But it also doesn't help that we allow Calvin Austin, DK Metcalf to both get 100 yards. They both got a touchdown. Robert Woods got a touchdown. Pat Fryermuth got a touchdown. It doesn't help. We're allowing a touchdown to actually, 5 different receivers. Jonnu Smith, Calvin Austin, DK, Robert Woods, Pat Fryermuth. It's insane. This defense somehow, they were top 10 in the league last year, and now they're looking like a freaking middle of the pack, like 24, 25-ish. I mean, our receivers, we definitely need some receiver help. Garrett Wilson couldn't really get anything because they were covering the crap out of him. So Mason Taylor managed to get 159. He averaged 15.9. He played really freaking well. He really did. Mason Taylor is obviously going to be the number one tight end. And then this defense. Total tackles. Tony Adams. That man is incredible. He got the pick 6 early on in the game to extend our lead. Like, that guy was incredible. Tony Adams, man. Just another really good safety. Came out of nowhere, I'd say. He's our starting strong safety, I believe. Yeah, they're starting strong safety. He's only 76 overall. But he just managed to get to the flats really quickly. And Rodgers wasn't expecting it. I don't think anyone was. But Tony Adams with the pick 6. And Will McDonald had a farm. And he also had 2 TFLs and a sack. I said I wanted him to be one of the guys, like one of our better edge rushers. And, well, he's already doing that. He got a sack. Now, it shouldn't be hard to get a sack on Aaron Rodgers, but you would think otherwise. Sherwood didn't get one. And then it's just a serious drop-off in TFLs. The next one is Quinnen Williams and Derek Ignati. Yeah, we struggled to get any pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And it's upsetting because Quinnen Williams, he's one of our best players. He's 94 overall X Factor. You would think otherwise. You would think he'd be able to get something going, but he just didn't. And then the sacks. Will McDonald is the only guy in this entire game to get a sack. Now, for interceptions, Darius Slay got one. That was the one where we tried to chunk it up to Garrett Wilson because I thought he could go up and get it, but supposedly not. And then Tony Adams. Yeah, this guy just came out of nowhere, to be honest. Now, he may be our starting strong safety, but I was not expecting him to do anything. But yeah. Incredible right there. Tony Adams, he helped us early on to get a touchdown. And as I look at our schedule, we are going to have a stretch of really tough games all the way up until week 7 against the Panthers. But the Cowboys struggled last year to win enough games to make the playoffs, so they might be a good quality win if we can manage to beat them. So that's who we are going to face next episode as the New York Jets end episode 1 of the franchise in Madden 26. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, since you've made it this far. Why not? Have a good day, and as always, peace out, everyone.